And it's also really cool that like we started the night off with ET versus Last Surprise, and they both managed to qualify. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Good on, and I kind of like that format of this qualifier. Like, there's no grand finals where one person takes it all. It's like we get to see a couple people prosper here. Like we see some people lose, and then, like we saw, they still make it down to the lower bracket, and here they are.
Yeah. Both these guys are here in the lower bracket. They have another chance here in the final best of 5. Not gonna lie, I kind of want some cheese.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit deprived after that last series.
Yeah, we've been getting some good cheese, and then that last game, the last matchup, that was weird to say the least, man. That wasn't NA. I don't know what that was. I've never seen Mass Hydra actually work ever, but I don't know, guys. My brain's fried after that game. I feel like I watched some crazy thing. But here we are on Ice and Chrome Ladder Edition. I'm going to find the Chrome, but for now, we have a Zerg here. He's red. He's playing for one of the greatest teams to ever exist, Exxon Gaming. It is Fullheart.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ice and Chrome LE, we have the American Terran player representing Icebound Esports. It is WildGame.
I don't know what to expect here. What did WildGame do? He went pretty normal openers every time.
He went for the same
damage, Banshee.
Yeah, 1-1-1 into Banshees every single game that we've been able to see.
Yeah,
so
both of them.
yeah. I mean, all 2 of them. But something important to note is that Fullheart, he was watching. He was in the Twitch chat. He knows how WildGame played.
I'm surprised I still have water left in my cup. After every game, I'm just like, oh man, I need some water. Go.
I have just run out.
Make sure you guys at home are hydrating as well, and sanitizing your hands and all that stuff. By sanitize, I mean wash. I don't mean use hand sanitizer all the time. It works, but washing is safest.
Yeah. Everyone stay safe, stay clean, stay healthy, and more importantly, keep watching some sick StarCraft, some sick NA StarCraft.
Yeah, especially NA, because we need it, man. We need all eyes on NA, because this is great stuff here.
Exactly. Like today, I'm not gonna lie, it's great. There's like the Cyril versus Maru and Raynor and all these top tier players, and sure, it's great. But that doesn't mean that we can't have just as exciting games here in the NA region.
In my opinion, I mean, I don't know if this is a good reference, but it's like watching professional football versus college football, or maybe basketball is a better example. But like in professional basketball, they're shooting threes from half court, they're juking people. But in college basketball, there's more on the line. They're fighting harder. They're more scrappy. There's more to lose. They're a little bit less educated, like as they don't have good game knowledge as sharp as the professionals. So it gets a little bit more scrappy, and it makes for more fun games. Oh my God, just like that right there. Losing the Reaper, denying the scouting. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Roach Warren go down now. Sometimes when I kill the Reaper, I'm like, Roach Warren, go!
I mean, it's a good opportunity again. WildGame, he's completely in the dark after losing his Reaper. A little bit of a mistake there. I mean, again, WildGame, he was in an incredibly long series. He's been playing StarCraft a lot, so maybe a little bit fatigued, but paying the price for it. Does lose that Reaper. And meanwhile, he's going for a different opening. He's not going for Banshees.
Yeah, and also, keep in mind, Fullheart said it's past his bedtime about an hour ago. Oh my God, imagine being the driver of those Hellions going back and forth like that. You gotta have some real trained NASCAR drivers in there. Or NASA drivers.
You know what they need? They need like a Hellion animation to like do donuts or something.
Yeah, that would be tight. Like a dance, like if you hit slash dance, they do like a peel out or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God!
Oh my God!
Oh.
Wow.
WildGame, look, I don't know if that last series broke him, if it broke him.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you lose to Hydras in that fashion, I wouldn't blame you, right? Like,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah,
lost
that
to-
is a weird element coming off of a loss into
Mm-hmm.
another game. It's not like, oh, I won, I get to continue in the tournament. It's like, okay, I just got beat. Now I got to go into another game and hopefully don't get beat again.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be rough here. It's already a rough start to begin with, and I don't know if you guys watch the channel here a lot, but of course you guys do. So you know, Fullheart is a very good opponent here. The fact that he's in the loser bracket is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, definitely. He's like, we've casted him. I think he was even in the first Battle of the Americas. It was really cool. We've been able to follow him all year this year. And already, like, Fullheart, he caught the Reaper. He got 2 Hellions. The Hellions didn't do any damage at all. I don't think they even got a shot off. So, like, yeah, he's looking really good so far in this series.
So to me, where I'm at right now, like, have you ever gone on vacation? Of course you had. You went to Poland. When you got home, is there any, like, one meal you missed or something? Like,
yes.
That's how I feel right now, seeing banelings be made. It's like,
Right.
oh God, banelings. I just came back from out of town. I don't know where I was in those last 4 series. I don't know when the last time I saw some good old baneling come out. I feel like I just bit into a burger after being in Mexico for a month.
You know where we are? You know where we are, Yodaslim? We're home.
Ice and Chrome?
We're home.
We're home.
Yeah.
We're home. But too bad E.T. Pwn Home isn't here. He already pwned everyone and went home.
He did. He did. And now it's we'll see which of these players can. As WildGame, he did go for a much earlier stim. You know, he sacrificed getting a Banshee for that. So we could see a pretty strong timing at some point. Until then, though,
Redemption?
again. Oh.
Shoot the rocks. Shoot the rocks. Yeah. Oh, what? Get the rocks. Come on, please shoot the rocks, please.
Oh. No.
He's not going to do it.
He's not going for it. Not going for it. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want the creep.
No, he does. He just wants to pay for it. He's like, no. I have no problem paying for this. Actually, that was a good choke point there. I think he's going to try and just keep doing that all day.
Yeah. And there's no reason not to. Ooh, another.
Oh, creep tumor. And shout out to Steel. He clipped that earlier of that one creep tumor surviving somehow by the Banshees.
Yeah. That was kind of odd to see. But
I wonder if like some things Blizzard just forgot to check. Like maybe that's never happened, so they never really had to address that situation. It's kind of like the Yamatos in Abduct or something like that. I don't know. There's some weird thing with Yamatos where they like still fire off even with the units killed. I think the Yamato. I don't know where I'm going with that, but there's weird things in StarCraft.
Yeah, there are a couple of glitches here and there, things that don't really look intended, but you know, they're not too often. And speaking of which, here we go, WildGame, he's actually already here. He's actually sieging up already. Bailing speed only just started. He may have forgotten. I think he did.
He definitely forgot. But honestly, this is just tanks here, so I think Lings can clean this up if he goes straight in. But if he just takes a bunch of tank shots, okay, there he goes. He's got it. It should be good. He's got to take the Banes and target fire down the Marines though, which he is not doing. He doesn't clean it up. He has a couple Banes left over, so he should be able to save this base here. Uh-oh. Okay, he's not going to lose all those overlords.
Yeah, a couple of the stray overlords did get picked off, and some Hellbats are being worked in as well, but there's plenty of Ling Bane here, so Fullheart should be okay.
Good cleanup here. He did pick up and get a little bit out there, which is great. He saved some of his army, but man, that base saving was really important here for Fullheart.
Yeah, definitely. And he was just actually really greedy. I say greedy, he 100% he forgot the bailing speed because he started his infestation pit before he started bailing speed. Yeah.
Now this is cool, but at the same time behind this guys, WildGame, he's on 3 bases. He's got 66 workers, more than his opponent. And you know, do the math. ZVT, I don't gotta tell you guys what position you want to be in here. It's not this one if you're Fullheart.
Exactly, and all the Marines are actually going to get into the mineral and getting another handful amount of workers. Gets a queen as well, which is actually quite huge.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh my
8
God.
workers, 11 drones. Is he hitting anywhere else? Well, here we go. There's the other medevacs coming in.
Yeah, he was trying to clear some creep, but the Ling Bane was in position for the lower drop. But for the upper one, 12 drones and that queen went down. That was actually huge.
Yeah. You know what? I think the Chrome is by all those Banelings and Lanings. There's like a little dead area where there's that thing right there. Yeah, maybe that's Chrome there, but I digress. he's actually winning the game over here on the side of all that. Just in terms of finding Chrome, guys, this is the worst possible engagement you can take. I'd rather just not take an engagement. 18 workers go down, and that's thus securing the lead in workers here for WildGame.
Oh my god, Fullheart's being picked apart. I don't know if you saw that, but WildGame actually focus fired all the Banelings coming in as well, using the Sim City of Fullheart against him to be able to find like a nice choke point. And oh my god, Fullheart, he's just falling apart.
I think I'm just seeing things now, but I think he forgot to hot queue up the macro again, the macro hatch. But here we go, man. Good splits, nothing left. 18 army supply, and it's just Lings versus the 77 army here of the Terran player.
He's got an Ultra's Cavern on the way.
Yeah, that's great and all in like 5 minutes. There's nothing here he can do. I believe this is just about over, unless there's some really good engagement here that I don't see happening.
Yeah.
And I was worried for WildGame, but it seems he got his footing back. He's back in the groove of things. He's playing a solid game here.
Yeah, it looks like Fullheart, he's trying to surround the army. He gets a good amount of tanks, decent Baneling connections, but at the end of the day, like, it just comes down to the supply. You know, it's a numbers game at this point.
GG. Wow. Just wow. What a game. Now I'm going to go back to check. Oh, I can't even see it. Never mind. I just feel like a lot of players forget to hotkey that macro hatch, and it's just sitting there with hundreds of larvae.
Yeah, honestly, that game, I just think Fullheart was too greedy. He was going Ling Bane, and he was trying to go right into Hive, right into Ultras, and it can work. Like we've seen it work in the past, but yeah, he just kind of got caught with his pants down. You know, he just didn't have enough.
Yeah, like if you're gonna be greedy, you go macro hatch, you get 3 bases fully saturated, and then you hold you hold down the Ling button. And you get Ling speed. I don't remember where his upgrades were, but normally you get melee, armor, Baneling speed, but he forgot Baneling speed, which was pretty freaking bad. And it cost him to lose a lot more Lings than he needed to in that first engagement at his third.
Yeah.
And it kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been in that position a million times. Like you crush a push once or twice, and somehow they come with a third push and it just wrecks you.
Yeah, just over time you just kind of get ground down for whatever reason, whether it's like your tech is late, your economy, but yeah.
Hashtag nerf Terran. I don't know if that's real, but we should make that a thing. Everybody drop a hashtag nerf Terran. Not in the chat. You can do it in the chat, but on Twitter, on Reddit, I don't know where it would be important to drop it, but let's nerf them. Let's nerf them all. Nerf everyone except Zerg. Speaking of Zerg, here we are, guys, in the bottom left-hand corner. This is the final best of 5 series of the evening. This is the guy playing with the red Zerg pieces. It is Exxon Gaming's Fullheart. Not Braveheart, but Fullheart.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the American Terran player representing Icebound Esports. It is WildHeart. WildGame.
WildHeart?
Yo, I had Heart on the mind.
Full game versus WildHeart.
Full game versus WildHeart.
I don't know which one I like better, Full Game or WildHeart for a name of a player. Those are both kind of cool, actually.
Oh, God. Yeah. Look, it's been a long cast. It's been a long day. There's been a lot of series. My brain is it can't comprehend what's been happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think, something about the NA air that we've been breathing here has whittled our brains down to few words and few thoughts and Zerg Terran, stuff go boom, people win. That's where we're at.
Yeah, they do. Mate, we had a best of 5 that went all the way to game 5 with every game was a forge first, all right? Look, you don't come out of that the same way you go in, all right? I'm just...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody at home watching, me, Light, anybody watching, we all share a new bond of PTSD and you know, like mental instability now due to those games we saw.
Yeah.
Those were quite something. It's like we all just went on some crazy like ayahuasca acid trip in the forests of Indonesia with indigenous people.
That's exactly what he lost the Reaper again.
And he lost the Reaper, man.
What is happening? What did he even get? He got lings. I mean, he got 3 lings, which is nice, but he didn't spot this time. This time he actually had to scout.
And he's going for it. He heard me. I know he heard me. Last game, he killed the Reaper, hit the Roach Warren, and the Nidus. Oh my God. He got a ling? What's in the base? He's got a ling up there somehow. Or is that a drone?
He so far, I mean,
actually not bad.
Yeah.
I thought that was like, I thought that was Fullheart, but it's a Marine from WildGame.
Interesting. So WildGame, he hasn't seen anything. He has no idea what's happening, but he does have a patrolling Marine here just in case an Overlord comes in for a scout. And yeah, Fullheart, he's going for the Nidus variant. So like there are different ways to do this. Like we've seen like Roach Ravager, like 3 Ravagers pushed out across the map to like deny an expansion and stuff. This feels a lot more all in, and he's going with the Queens as well.
He has to, because he doesn't have to, but he's making the right call with this, because behind this, there is a Banshee coming out. Slow Banshees, but there's not enough. Even seeing this Night Swarm, there's not enough to stop it.
Oh, we'll see.
Hellions don't do much. The Marine gets barely any shots off.
It's gonna get close.
The drones are full. He's gonna come out. Can they transfuse? 1, 2, 3 transfuses. No, 2 transfuses go down. All the roaches are out. And the Banshee's just about to pop. It does. Boom. But Cloak isn't done. He's gonna have to kite it really good. Can he kite?
Oh,
these roaches are gonna have to stay tucked under the belly of their mother queen here, in kangaroo pouch, so to speak.
Yeah, and we'll see what we'll see what really happens here, because like it feels like the roaches are eventually gonna get cleaned up.
You would be next game if he target fires down the cloak.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
He could have target fired down a long time ago.
Yeah, he could have. He definitely could have.
He doesn't really need it though. Like these queens can't even get in range of that Banshee anyway.
Yeah, they're not.
I think that the queens will kill it, but I don't know if this is the damage he's looking for.
Oh, we have another Nidus in the natural though.
A lot of workers have gone down.
Yeah, and the Nidus is going to go up.
Here, though.
But
what's going to come out of it? A couple roaches?
And this detection.
Oh, that is nice. There's detection. That's why he didn't go for it. Huh, this is actually kind of working out now. All the Hellions went down. Oh no, the Banshee's going to go down. Oh, he didn't micro the Banshee. GG, Fullheart takes it. What did we just witness? How? A little bit more micro of the Banshee. Games don't get lost. People, Terran. Banshees. It was cloaked. It was cloaked.
Oh my god, it was cloaked and it went down. There was detection. I don't know if you noticed, but WildGame he was making Widow Mines. He made 3 Widow Mines. Against Roach Queen, he went Widow Mines and they just didn't do the trick.
Yeah, that was so wild, I want to say, but I don't know. That was wild. You're wild, WildGame. Man. I feel like I've been on I feel like Castaway right now. I feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway right now. It's kind of like that lost brain function. Over here, like calling an Overlord Wilson. It's my best friend. It's all I got.
Oh god, you start. It comes back around full circle. You start milking the Overlord.
And then I milk it for cheese right at the end.
Oh god.
Man. Jesus Christ, man! What has gone on today? I blame COVID somehow.
That's it.
I don't know how, but I blame it. Speaking of COVID, How's it going over there in Australia? How's the COVID epidemic handling?
It was fine until it wasn't. I think it was like I think it was like 2 weeks ago that there was yeah, to the south, to one of the southern states. They opened things up, and then of course there was like a second wave as soon as that happened, and more people got infected. So
is that what we're calling it? Infected? Sounds
yeah,
like a zombie
they're infected.
Can't even say words anymore. I don't know what I just said. I said apocalypse. I don't know. Apocalypse. A zombie apocalypse. Like, everyone's getting infected, man. We're getting infected with the NA bug.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have to like wear masks in public and all that?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are struggling with us NAers over here. Us Northerners, Americaners. Even though we're technically, actually, I don't know which direction we are from Australia. Are we like south? Southwest?
I
don't know geography.
What?
Which direction are y'all from America? I don't know.
What?
It's a circle, so technically any direction will end up in your direction eventually. I actually don't even know now that I think about it. I'm like, I know Europe's to the right of us or something. I don't know.
God.
Pretend we didn't get into this conversation. Speaking of directions, in the northwest corner side of the map, we have a Zerg player, and I'm running out of things to say for him just 'cause my brain's fried, but it's also not fried. I love it. This is the best NA casting or games I've ever seen. It is Exxon Gaming's Fullheart.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the American Terran player representing Icebound Esports. It is WildGame.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right.
Keep going for it.
So this is okay. All right. So he's going for a proxy hatch. It hasn't been spotted yet by WildGame because he did not go for an SCV scout. All right, now he's going. He's going.
Okay,
He sees.
He's like, what? I don't know what this does here though. I don't think I've ever seen this. I mean, against Protoss, I feel this is common.
I'm not sure if Fullheart is even going to finish the hatchery. If he does, what I've seen work pretty well against Terran is just like you finish the hatchery, you get out a queen, and you just spread creep and make it incredibly annoying to expand. Yeah.
I mean, I actually like going for the. I'm already losing my voice here from all the exciting scream, but I like to go for the hatch like to the third, and then you just once it pops out, then you get a queen, a tumor, and then you just mass roaches, but right in their face, right at their natural. There's no roach warren here, is there?
And there's no okay. So the queen is being morphed. So he's just trying to get that queen out and then spread creep and then just be incredibly annoying to the economy of WildGame. Meanwhile, the Reaper went across the map. There's nothing here.
Oh, look at that guy fly. Okay, the wings are out. Man, who knew those wings of the drone could help you fly?
Oh my god.
Look at this little ring around the rosy.
Yeah. He's trying to get it. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it looks like the hatchery went down. The queen was denied.
Wow, that is a really big waste of money for Fullheart here.
Yeah, I mean, it delays the natural. That's about it. That's about it. That's about all it does. Not even for that long, really. Like.
Yeah, she said. That was actually a reaction. That's what happens when you play too much. You're listening to too much NA StarCraft. Things just come out. You don't even think anymore.
That was just on the impulse.
On autopilot.
on instinct. That came out. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Well, this is.
F in the chat for our deteriorating brains.
We thought the 8-hour cost was going to break us. We were fine. It's the NA Apprentice Qualifier that's breaking us right now.
not gonna lie, like trying to figure out these builds and trying to explain something when you have no idea what's going on is tougher than I expected. What is okay? Speed. Oh, speed just finished. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
speed just finished. Oh, nice round.
Second. Oh, he got it. You got it. Nice. That's a good feeling.
I love the way Fullheart controls his lings. Like, he's been able to catch Hellions quite a number of times here. Ooh, even going to be annoying. Maybe even go under the CC.
You're gonna wait for a mule to drop, I believe, and jump on the mule.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you drop a mule instantly, but I'm sure he'll take a couple of SCVs as well, because there's no mules available.
Yeah, at
Or
the
maybe
moment.
he just wants to see how much mining or when the gas is taken.
Yeah, he at the moment, WildGame doesn't see these lings. He has no idea. Oh, now he finally sees them as one of the SCVs gets closer. So WildGame, oh, he doesn't see it.
I guess he's not paying attention. Who really looks over there?
Exactly, right? And now he's
And there they go. He saw the move out. Oh my god, that was so good. He waited for the move out with the Overlord there. Now he goes in, and the amount of value with those few lings, the scouting, how much saturation, plus getting one or two there. Then you got one. This is great.
Yeah. Nicely done there. Meanwhile, at home, third base is being taken. We got a Bailey Nest on the way as well. Still no Evos or anything like that. So again, upgrades are being delayed due to the way this game has started. But you know, he's working on his lair. He's just ramping up.
I feel like we haven't got really past like 3 base saturation ever. Like 4 bases are usually up, but 3 base saturation is usually where it stops. Now, how fast do these Hellion dive? Let's see.
Ooh, we'll see if they.
That patience I was talking about. It's like when you have a dog that you've trained and you like have a treat and you're like, hold, okay, eat it. And then they finally, that's pretty much what you have to do to yourself. That's what I tell myself. I'm like, hold. All right, Banes are done, go.
Yeah. I mean, it works for both players in this scenario. Like for Hellions as well. It's like at any moment you're like, oh, there's so many drones there. I just want to go in there and just burn them all. But like you have to.
Same. You're like salivating over the drones. You're like, they're so juicy. And you're like, wait. There's definitely a hidden lynx around. He's going for a late Hellbat push.
Oh god. And okay, but there are Bailings ready.
Split. The splits are just a pickup. Actually, the Banes didn't do much here. They did take out a good chunk of the Hellions, but not all of them. And I would like to say this was a favorable trade for WildGame here. He took out all the Banes and a good amount of Lings while not investing much. It was a couple Hellbats, Hellions actually, which are strictly minerals.
Yeah. I would say that if WildGame was able to kill like a queen or two, then yes. But all the queens managed to stay alive. They transfused each other. So Fullheart, he defended well because he only lost Ling Bane. Like he didn't lose any drones or any queens or anything like that. But to do so, he cut drone production. Like he's behind in workers.
Oh yeah, big time. Well, by big time, I mean he's down 2, which snowballs because WildGame's going to keep popping him out 2 at a time, getting his mules on, and he's oversaturated, so we know he's going to go for a third here soon. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's actually already done.
Actually already done.
So yeah, this is really nice. You know, both players are working on their upgrades. 1-1 on the way from WildGame. Fullheart already a little bit ahead. Same with Bailing Speed. This time he didn't forget it, which is great. So pretty good. And
yeah, I feel like the theme here for me, or my goal here is like, I said one pretty dumb thing, and I just got to say a million more so that you guys don't even remember one. I say so many outlandish things, you can never just remember one. So I think I did a good job here today. Oh man, that base is gonna go down.
Okay, you know, does pull the army to the right-hand side. So at the same time, we have a drop here to the left. We're going to try and deal something, but Fullheart, nicely done. He already had his army split. He was ready for it. It's good.
Yeah, and Fullheart also solves. Yeah, I can't talk. He sees the third base. And, you know, I don't know. If WildGame has literally just gone Marine, Marauder tank, every game, time and time again. I mean, it is working for him. You know, I'm not knocking at it. It's been working for him, but I don't know. Change it up, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, if it don't break, don't fix it, right? Like, so far it's been doing pretty well for him. Fullheart switching things
Somebody
up.
break it.
Someone break it. We'll see if Fullheart can, as he's going Ling Bane into a Spire. Okay.
Yeah, he is getting +2/+2 for the melee. Ooh, I like that little, but he goes right by it. The little static. Oh, does he? He goes by it, but then automatically attacks it. He's gonna get it. Okay. Clearing up creep, doing the multi-prong harass. Now, Fullheart isn't it really able to get too many bases. There's also a drop in the third base as well, taking out a couple of drones. Is he gonna see it and get out? What? He could have taken that out.
Oh no, he's going to do with the other drop.
He had all his army queued up on one.
Yeah.
That's gonna cause double the damage, maybe even triple the damage as originally being taken here. And yeah, now he gets 10 drones as opposed to like 3 or 4, and now it's 12.
Oh yeah, just a little bit of miss micro there. He, as you said, he had everything hotkeyed onto one control group, and he just moved everything to deal with the bigger drop. Because of that, so many more workers went down to like 2 Marines and a Hellbat. Like, it wasn't even that much there. They had no right to deal that much damage, and they did. So yeah. WildGame already looking really good. Oh god!
And that was not too bad. I mean, let's be real. With all these workers, if you were to ask WildGame right now, how's business? He would say business is booming. We got SCVs everywhere. Economy's coming good. He's just sitting back and making bank. He's cashing checks and breaking necks, man. Or squishing bugs.
What?
Squishing bugs. With money. He's got a lot of money is what I'm trying to say, guys, okay?
Oh my god. He's got a lot.
He's changing it. He heard me.
Oh,
he's going Widow Mine to Thors.
Interesting. So just checking his vision real quick. I don't believe he hasn't seen the Spire, but he is going Thors. And interestingly enough, we don't see Mutas. I thought we were going to see Mutas. Instead, we have Corruptors on the way.
I like that combo. Corruptors with Ling Bane is actually pretty good. Because, I mean, for obvious reasons, you know, Ling Bane against the bio, and then it takes out the medevac, so you really got to be a lot more careful, because there has been a very huge amount of drops here that has really been crippling Fullheart's economy with the double prong harass. Now if you throw in these corruptors, they can completely shut it down if they're in the right position at the right time. But you know, how good are a couple corruptors against, what is that, like 12 medevacs?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's an insane. That's an insane amount. Yeah, and I'm afraid Fullheart might be being a little bit too greedy again. Like, he's got an Ultralist then on the way. Like, he already has Hive, but he needs a ground army.
He needs to be maxed out. With 5 bases, you should be maxed out.
Just 2k minerals. Look at the
retreat,
bank.
man. Just give it up. Just give this base up. You got another one. Your other base is coming up. You got to pull out. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's going for it. He's going for a surround.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but no.
That could be it. And again, like, Fullheart, I don't know if it was a larva issue, but look at his bank. He has 2k minerals, 1k gas. Like, he had the means. I think he may have just been waiting for the Ultralist cavern to finish to spend all his money on Ultras, but oh god.
I mean, this is a problem I often have, and I realized it through watching these games, is that if you're going straight Ling Bane the entire game and trying to tech into that Hive tech, you really got to have that macro hatch for the larva. You literally cannot make enough Lings to efficiently spend your money off of 3 fully saturated bases, let alone 4. And as we see, 4 bases left remaining. The Thors are here, the tanks are here, the Marines are clearing everything up. He's on 3 bases and slowly getting whittled down. 40 workers went down.
Oof.
Man,
40 workers. Yeah, I mean, there are 4 Ultras on the way, but it's too late. You know, the damage has been done. 2 bases have gone down. So many workers. And like, what are these?
Hey, look at the bright side. The Ultralists are out.
They're out.
Ultras got the Widow Mine and almost completely killed it without the armor.
Oh my
they
god.
are actual physical pieces of poop here, because they are not worth anything. GG! Wow, Ultras with no upgrades are terrible.
They are. It's one of those things where everyone's like, "Oh, Ultras are so good." It's like, yeah, but you know, you need the upgrades. Without them, it's just.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Ultras are so good.
yo, I love Ultras. All right, upgraded Ultras.
Ultras are so tanky. Maybe Ultras are so necessary. Maybe, but I would not say good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else I could do to this army. Let me just make Ultras, and that should buy some time.
Unfortunately, like, Fullheart, he skipped his way to ultras, and you don't want to do that, you know? Like, he just didn't have anything.
A steady jog.
Yeah.
You don't want to go skipping, hopping, because then you step on a crack, you break your mother's back, and then it's just all downhill from there. And that's exactly what happened. Ooh, Pillars of Gold. Have we even seen this map today? Once, I think.
I want to say once, like early on.
Yeah, we had one game. We had one game early on, I think.
Oh yeah, Lost of Fires versus ET.
Yeah. I think it was game 1 or game 2. I don't know. My brain stopped working a long time ago, as I said, guys. But hey, guys, I'll say this. I'm going to get my brain recharged. I'm going to put it on the charger. And tomorrow I'll be fully ready for the Battle of the Americas that is an hour before this tournament. So time-wise. Not physically before, time-wise tomorrow. So you guys can tune into that for some NA versus Latin American craziness. I'm sure we'll see more cheese.
And I'm sure we'll see some of these players here, as you know, it is a tournament open to North America, and the qualified players, you know, they could have something to work towards.
Yeah, and as you guys know, these are some freaking NA players right here. And we're looking in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE. And this is one heck of a player, one heck of a Zerg, on one heck of a team. It's Exxon Gaming's Fullheart.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, the American Terran player currently on match point. He just needs one more and he qualifies for NA Apprentice Season 4. It is, representing Icebound Esports, WildGame.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but I'll say it. Everyone's thinking it. I'll say it. I kind of just want him to win so this can be over. I don't know if I can take much more. It's been a wild ride, man.
It's been pretty wild. It's been all over the place. We've had macro games, we've had cheese, we've had more cheese. It's been.
And honestly, the only reason I want it to end is because I think we've seen everything we could possibly see that is great. Like, I don't know what these players could do that would blow our minds. Even though that proxy hatchery last game was pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if these guys can whip out anything unusual, anything out of the ordinary, or if they're just gonna play this straight up. To be fair, Pillars of Gold, it is, you know, the consensus seems to be in this matchup, it does favor the Zerg a little bit. So we could just see more macro play out of Fullheart. I don't know.
My session would disagree with you there. This is the worst game to play against Terran, in my opinion. I haven't even checked my own stats, but I'm sure this is my worst map.
I was about to say, it does also depend on how you play, and if you're more of a macro-oriented player, then I feel like this could be good. But we all know how you love your
oh yeah, I'm not that. That's not me. What does that mean? Macro player? I'm not familiar with the term. Is this some Australian thing?
It is. It's it's not quite NA, to say the least.
Yeah. Macro, we don't have that here in NA. What's it like? Is that like one of those weird foods that we don't have over here? It's like what did you have? Those chocolates?
We have Tim Tams, man. We have Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. That just sounds fun to eat. What you eating, Tim Tam? Sounds good. I don't even remember what I said. Oh yeah, Cheez-Its? That doesn't sound fun to eat.
Cheez-Its. Talk about Cheez-Its and like other cheese, fake cheese related like crackers and cookies and.
Yeah. I wonder if we have any other Australians in the chat. I doubt it.
Oh god.
If we did, they're strictly here for you, like.
Yeah, I did see one earlier. It was actually quite fitting. In the chat, there was a player called Starduck. He's an Australian.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's an Australian, incredibly cheesy Protoss player, and he tuned in for the.
Oh, that makes sense why he was commenting.
Yeah, exactly. He knows his cannon rushes.
That's hilarious. I wonder how Overlords move. Like, they don't have actually any flying thing? Like they don't have wings or thrust? Do they have like some sort of propulsion system coming out of their back end there?
Maybe. I mean,
it looks like they were gonna have a tail, and then they cut the tail open for propulsion. I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
Well, yeah, they're meant to be like hot air balloons, right? Right?
Oh yeah, huh? So where do they suck the hot air in from?
That's
How
true.
do they make the air hot?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are these things? Maybe they're full of milk. Like,
we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
I'm gonna make milk out of an overlord one of these days, guys. You mark my word.
God. You gonna make?
I'm actually. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you're gonna make Overlord branded milk.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't figured out the details yet, guys, but it's coming. Don't worry. Now, I love this play, 2-base Muta, but I have this problem every time I go 2-base Muta. You get one handful of Hellions, and you have nothing to stop it.
Exactly. We were talking about the greed of Fullheart, and 8 workers go down already. WildGame, he hasn't gone in for a scout. He doesn't know that there is a lair and a spire on the way, but he did see 2 gases at the natural, so you can assume, you can make a lot of assumptions.
Yeah. I kind of don't like this. He went for +1 range and +1 armor, which will help the queens only.
What?
For defense, maybe?
What? He's getting roach speed.
Oh, maybe a fake? Maybe he's faking? No mutas?
Yeah. It's a weird fake, though, because WildGame didn't scout the mutas.
Additional supply depots.
Maybe he's assuming it's mutas due to the double gas.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's expecting to be scanned. Because look, over there, I think there's like an overlord giving creep.
Yep.
Like, I don't think there's a creep tumor over there. So it's hidden. If he's to be scanned, it would be out of range. And normally, when you see double gas in the natural, no third base, you scan the natural or the main. So this should be hidden, but WildGame's not scanning, so he's making 7 mutas and 4 roaches. I don't know what this is anymore.
This is
okay. So I lied. There's still more that we haven't seen yet. This is it.
This is it. So he went 2-base muta, but he's not committing 100% to the mutas. He has a backup plan. This is what he's going to transition into. The problem is, I don't know if I like it. Like, I don't know if I like. Oh my god, he's only getting caught out.
Okay, so the problem here is he has nothing for defense. He's got a couple roaches and a couple of mutas.
Yeah.
And there's already defense back at home.
And the problem is
he should have completely skipped mutas.
Yeah, like the mutas are going in, they're on the production, which is nice. They're already missile turrets, so he's not going to get any economic damage. Regardless, getting these reinforcements is good, but can he defend?
3 tanks, he has nothing.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is rough. This is why I hate this map. There's so many places for the tanks to siege. He can even drop a tank on the high ground. He can drop on the low ground. He can drop it in corners anywhere. And man, I mean, I commend Fullheart for this build. I try and do this build all the time. This map is really good for mutas, but I think it was just a little too expected. He pulled the boys with the boys in the back home. And oh, no way.
Oh, no.
There's no way. There's another tank behind it.
Yeah.
So much transfuse energy just gone to waste.
So much energy gone to waste. The roaches, they're rallying in. More go down for free. The hatchery's going to go down. He's pulling everything, but it may be too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 for the 5th time. GG. Wow. I feel like we should have had like a nap time in between all these games.
GG, well played. WildGame wins that game, and with that, he wins the series 3-1.
Yeah, man, that was so good. Congrats, by the way. Like, I wish that one worked out for Fullheart just because I do that build and I wanted to know that it's good, but it's not. Well, actually, I don't go roach upgrades, which was weird. I think if he would have completely skipped the mutas and just gone mass roach, he would have been fine. But, you know, all in hindsight, you don't really know what your player is doing. But, man, it almost feels unreal that was the final game and that we have our last qualifier, WildGame.
Yeah. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy night of StarCraft. Yeah. And honestly, I got everything I ever wanted out of it, right? Like,
yeah. It's perfect. It's like it's like you cooked something perfect and there's like I don't know what type of food this is, but there's like crispiness and moisture and flavor, and it's sweet and it's salty at the same time. I don't know what exists out there like, but it was just perfect. It was perfect. But I also can't believe that WildGame came back and beat Fullheart 3-1 after losing so badly to just like a Hydra Roach all in.
Yeah, it's really cool that WildGame, you know, he wasn't disheartened, you know, he didn't like.
Yeah, he pulled it off somehow.
Yeah,
that's a strong mental game there. Yeah, what a game, what an event, what a tournament. Man, you guys, !B or bracket in the chat, you can check out who all is advancing, even though I'll tell you right now, but you can check it out again. Even go to liquipedia.com/2020 NA Apprentice Season 4 _ between all those instead of spaces. And you can see the bracket and all that, and it's looking pretty tight. You guys check it out and stay tuned for the future. And I mean, these games were just absolutely madness and sick, and I loved every moment of it, man.
Yeah, it was great. Again, this is for NA Apprentice Cup, which is kind of like GSL but for the NA scene. It's shout out to Sugar. He was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but he is the organizer, the admin. He runs everything. He provides the prize money as well. He really loves the NA scene, and he's trying to do his best to to keep it going, to keep it running, and to have something like this for the scene. So yeah, shout out to Sugar.
Yeah, super sick. Like, where else are we gonna see this level of games? And this is the qualifiers, man. The qualifiers. And let's go over it one more time. Congratulations to these guys. We stuck it through. You guys stuck it through. We saw them, and we ended up here with Riser, Ranged. We have Eon. We have ET Pwn Home, and then we have who else do we have? We have. Actually, I need to refresh the bracket.
Last surprise.
I'm reading the last surprise. There it goes. Last surprise. Riichi. I always mess up his name. And we also now have WildGame, and I don't know how to say his name. Fequel?
F equals MA.
Oh, what the hell, man? See, guys, you know, I'm gonna stop talking. Like, you wanna tell people what to do?
Yeah, it's great. Congratulations to all these players. They will be joining the other playoff players from the previous season of NA Apprentice Cup, so it's really cool they have made it through. There is one more qualifier for NA Apprentice Cup. We will not be casting it, as unfortunately it is clashing with Battle of the Americas tomorrow. So we will be casting Battle of the Americas, and qualifier number 2 will be going on at around the same time. Whether or not that gets casted, yet to be determined. I'm not too sure if someone else is going to cover that, but yeah, like they're still, if you're a fan of someone like Fullheart, there's other chances for him, for Scrubbles as well, some of these other.
If you're a fan of NA,
you
better be there.
Exactly.
I mean, also there's other awesome NA tournaments going on. So no, regardless, guys, just watch StarCraft is the moral of the story.
Yeah, exactly. Like Yoda mentioned it, we're gonna be here tomorrow with Battle of the Americas, which is kind of like this tournament that we just casted, except it also includes Latin America. Yeah,
so it's usually not as cheesy, but the games are really good. That's like peak American, North American, Latin American StarCraft in general. But I think my overall takeaway from this is NA is just as cheesy as ever, just how we should be. And thank you, Sugar. This was great. I don't know anyone else doing great stuff like this.
Yeah, it's Sugar's like, he's like the unsung hero of NA StarCraft. It feels like that used to be Fear Dragon a number of years ago, but that torch has been passed on to Sugar, and he deserves some kind of recognition for that, right? For doing so much for the scene.
Yeah, exactly. It's really great. It's kind of like we have the Latin American godfather of StarCraft. This is kind of like the NA godfather of StarCraft here. Sugar. He's just taking care of all things NA. And the last thing I'll say, I don't think this relates to anything at all, but it's a quote I want you guys to think about. And what I read on Twitter not too long ago, it said, USA is to the rest of the world what Florida is to USA. let me so pretty much Florida is terrible for all of America, and America is terrible to the rest of the world. And I don't know what made me think about that, but it just feels like it ties into NA. Something tells me a couple of these players are from Florida. That's what I'm thinking. I think WildGame is from Florida.
Mm-hmm. It's quite possible.
I mean, if anyone really, I would have to say it would be F equals MA.
Yeah,
that's Florida. That's F equal MA is the Florida of StarCraft. The who 5-time cannon rushes. That's probably the best thing I've ever seen in a tournament. So, just with that alone, I'm happy with the results of today. I mean, that was absolutely grade A StarCraft. I can go about the rest of my evening with a smile on my face after seeing that.
Yeah, definitely. And that's gonna be it for us for today.
The whole kid is brutal, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, our watch is over. We've made it through the gauntlets of NA StarCraft. And Yoda, where can people find more of you?
Man, they can find me playing StarCraft in a small little internet cafe somewhere in Texas. But if you don't want to come to Texas, then you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, all Yoda_Slim. But most importantly, you know, come here to this channel that you're at now. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Light's gonna give you more info on it. We'll have it in the Discord or the chat as well. Join the Discord. Support StarCraft. That's all I really can say. And also the other great casters here at CranKy Ducklings. So thanks for having me, Light. What about you, man? Where are they gonna find you at?
You can find me at Light_VIP on Twitter, as well as Twitch. I do stream occasionally throughout the week, just like ladder sessions, or sometimes behind the scene streams of like working on CranKy Duckling stuff, whether it's like graphics, overlays, scheduling. So yeah, if you're interested in that sort of stuff, you can follow me there. But yeah, more importantly, follow this channel, CranKy Ducklings. We're live every single week, 5 days a week with NA StarCraft like this, Latin American StarCraft, Korean. Yeah, we've just got something for everyone. And you know, if you enjoyed your time here, yeah, just consider following us and tuning in for more of our casts.
And to me, the most valuable thing is, much like these games you saw here today, the VODs are all uploaded to YouTube via the CranKy Ducklings YouTube. And go leave a comment, go read the comments. Some of them are hilarious, some of them are awesome, some of them are mean, but there's some good games up there on the YouTube channel, and you can learn some builds. If you want to do this exact build you saw of Mass Hydra or rush a cannon and a gate every single game for a best of 5, go check out the YouTube and the VODs, man. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we made it, man. We made it. We did it.
We made it through. I was afraid we weren't going to, and I feel like we made it through to the other side, and we're different because of it.
Yeah, all the Overlord milk and disconnect, and somehow we made it through.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. I'm done here, guys. We'll check you guys tomorrow if you tune in. If not, hopefully you're tuning into some other awesome StarCraft. Thanks for having me, Light. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Peace out, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned as we will be raiding another StarCraft 2 streamer. We will be raiding Panda Bear Me today. So, you know, continue to support. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He should have been playing this. Yeah.
TBH. We'll probably have to ask him once we raid. Everyone ask him, bother him. Why wasn't he in here? And why he better be in Battle of the Americas tomorrow.
Exactly. But with that, thanks everyone for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out.